Jack Daniels, Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxers Trainers Channel. And as of right now, we are live. Yeah, the topic is a little sensitive to a lot of people based on the fact that it hinges on whether one is specifically referring to Ron Garcia is or isn't a racist, right? Ron Garcia is to have a fallout, drag down, beat down match with Devin the Dream Haney in precisely 3 days. 4 20 22 24. New York City, Brooklyn, Barclay Center. This fight is to transpire, and there's a lot of backwards and forwards as it pertains to this particular fight. And there is some comments made in reference to Ryan Garcia and his views, which might I add are racially in nature, right, need to be discussed. And that's what this is about today. This is about determining y'all having a word or say on this as to whether Ryan Garcia is a racist or not. Now, what benefit is this to those that entertain the thought, right? For me, it's a must that I get the message out and pursue right versus wrong when it comes to racism and those that are the purveyors of racism, right? Especially in the area of boxing. And because of that, this is why we bring this to the table. Me personally, I am not the type that caters to or likes a racist because one, it perpetuates a notion that you are better than me. And that in and of itself is not the way the creator wanted us to think towards one another. So let the fight begin when it comes to the particulars. First, let's get to the particulars, which is the fight and the participant. First off, is Ryan Garcia, 25 years of age. He's 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. He has 23 wins, 19 by knockout, one loss, and he's been stopped one time, both at the hands of Gervonta Davis. And he has no draws. So he also has no belts up on his belt, which he seeks to acquire at the behest and at the loss to superstar Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney is 25 years of age. He's 5'9" with a 70.9-inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. He has 30 wins. Wait a minute. No, he has 31 wins. Yeah, 31 wins. 15 by knockout. He has no losses. He's never been stopped. He has no draws. He is also the former undisputed lightweight champion of the world. First, might I add, of the four belt era. He is the current and reigning champion of the 140-pound junior welterweight division. So, that being said, we are having this fight again on 4/20/2024, Brooklyn, New York, at the Barclay Center. Now, you need to get your tickets because this is going to be a psychological and a physical blockbuster event based on the fact that the narrative at this juncture and is the subject of what we are about to discuss is Ryan Garcia's behavior. And in the sense of a lot of statements he's said would lead the normal, intelligent individual to believe that Ryan Garcia is a racist. I say that because Ryan Garcia quoted on live TV that he was defending the officer that killed George Floyd. Now, the details involved in the particulars of what he said is not important as far as I'm concerned, right? The fact that he alleges that is enough to warrant the question, is Ryan Garcia a racist? Now, in my opinion, based on the fact that boxing endorses racism, it's you against him, her against her, black against white. You know what I mean? This is just a basic fact of life when it comes to the race relations, right, between human beings, right? You better than me, he's better, she's better than me because I'm white. He's better than her because he's black. All of it, in my opinion, is a bunch of nonsense, right? We all function the same dang way, right? We go to the bathroom, we eat, we do the same things in general, right? The only distinction is we have a different color pigmentation. And for that reason, some of us have the notion that that makes us better than the next person. Now, to get to Ryan Garcia's situation with the racist possibilities, the things that Ryan Garcia says, in the sense that is it possible for him to be a racist when he hires black people on his team? Now, that for me, as a person of intellect, suggested that you are racist, right? Because history has suggested that that is the first thing that comes out of a racist's mouth when he's confronted with the question that you're racist, right? He always defers to that's impossible, quote unquote. How could I be a racist when my best friend are black? That, quote unquote, is the notion and the purview of a racist, right? And it is similar to what Ryan Garcia said in his defense of the conversation he had about George Floyd. Now, the determination is left up to you whether you think that Ryan Garcia is a racist. Now, also, I might add that this scenario, right, is a fertile ground for the white supremacists, right? The fight in and of itself represents supremacy in the white supremacist mindset, right? So quite naturally, even though Ryan Garcia is Mexican, right, doesn't matter because his skin pigmentation is white. So in order to get the dirty black guy, Ryan Garcia has to be the giant in the house, the giant in the room, right? And come up and beat the black guy that poses a threat to the throne of white supremacy. Now, this is not complicated, and I'm not trying to make things up so it sounds good. These are facts, right? You can Google anything I say, and it will come up with what I am telling you. I might choose to use my own personal tones, but the fact of the matter is what I say to you is 100% correct. Right? We live in a racist society, and even in boxing, you don't get away from racism, right? So, with that said, I want to make sure we got to understand about this, right? Ryan Garcia is carrying the trophy of racism into the ring when he go in to fight Devin Haney. And for that reason alone, Devin Dream Haney needs to smash it. We don't need it. The world is too full of bigotry as it exists today. We got to get away from that, right? If we are ever to be a united front, we have to get away from racism. Racism is one of the instruments that continuously and perpetually divides us. It divides us. And I hate to think that the people in this world, especially in boxing, and I'm dreadful to say that I get a lot of chats that are on the precipice of saying that they're racist, right? I mean, the back and forth that I go through in the comments is like, dang. It's got to the point where I just be blunt, right? I mean, I'm not disrespectful, but I be blunt in responding uh, appropriately to the so-called chats, right? So that being said, this is what I need for y'all to do, though. You know what I'm saying? Go out and support that fight. Go to that fight, man. Get your tickets and go to that fight, man. Support the instrument of what's right. And in this particular instance, it's Devin the Dream Haney. Y'all need to stop hating on Devin the Dream Haney. And I see no logical reason for why y'all do that, other than you being influenced by some negative propaganda that I still don't get. I just don't get it. Why wouldn't you have a astronomical amount of respect and love for a young man who represents that which is right, that which is real? I mean, think about it. Why do we not like Devin Haney? Anyway, that being said, I got it off my chest. Me and the cowboy hat, and I'm gonna put this on the rest. Hit the subscription button, share my comments, share my video, hit the like button. Good afternoon. Shout out to Bud Boxer. Thanks, Bud. I gotta start getting back to the hats. Let me try this one more time. Hit the like button, share my comment, start over. Hit the subscription button, share my videos, and hit the like button. Hey, with that, Bud, good afternoon, brother, and I'll see you tomorrow. With that, matter of fact, I'll be back this evening. I gotta start at least getting in 2 a day. I gotta get to a certain status with the YouTube stuff. So I'll probably be back today, but I hope y'all enjoyed this. Listen to some truth, but it is only the truth that's gonna set us free. With that, peace out.